Vermont. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Kelly Clark.
So what's in store for Kelly Clark this year?
Even though it's a post-Olympic year, I still have quite a full schedule. I have quite a number of contests. I'm going after the TTR Tour this year, and I'll do some Grand Prix, some of the Dew Tour events, and the X Games is really what I'm focusing on.
I think with all sports, the athletes are what kind of push the threshold of the sport, and I think we're seeing a lot of that with the super pipe especially.
Yeah. You know, the super pipe's changed a ton in the last few years. The new standard is a 22-foot half pipe, and with that, the steepness and the pitch of the pipe and the speed increase a lot. At the same time, you're getting more transition. It is a bit more forgiving. You're getting more wall to land on, but at the same time, the speed and caliber of tricks jumps up as well. And you know, with the men's half pipe, we're seeing the double corks, we're seeing the big high-level tricks, and with the women, we're seeing more technical tricks than we've ever seen as well. I'm not sure whether the women will get to solid double corks, you know, in the next few years, but there's definitely a lot of training facilities and airbags and foam pits and trampolines, and there's a lot more ways to safely learn and safely kind of progress the sport now than there ever has been, so I wouldn't be surprised if we see the progression level to continue to jump like it has been.
A lot of mountains doing more and more with parks, terrain parks, and do you think that's adding a good base of athletes to continue the sport?
Yeah, I've seen, you know, more mountains kind of catering to parks and pipes and really focusing on terrain parks. And I think it is, you know, really contributing to the progression of the sport, you know, seeing Mount Snow and how they've just been so committed to Corinthia and seeing a place. It's become a hub for the East Coast, you know, any mountain school on the East Coast, this is a place they want to come and train in. Right. And you know, it's just, we're going to see a lot more great athletes come out of the East Coast as a result.
Mm-hmm. Let's talk about the Olympics. What does an athlete go through to qualify for the Olympics?
Yeah, every 4 years, it's an Olympic year for us in snowboarding, and I've had the privilege of going 3 times now. So I kind of know a lot about the qualification process and what it takes, and if there's one thing I've learned, it's really that you better have everything you need before you try and qualify. You're definitely not going to get it together once you're in the qualifying process, and that process is actually probably maybe even more difficult than the Olympic Games themselves, and more pressure and more stress. We have 5 events before the end of January, and they take your top 2 finishes from those events, and the top 4 women from the U.S. get to go. You know, you're forever an Olympian, you're forever an Olympic medalist, you know, a member of the Olympic team, and there's definitely perks that come along with it, but when it comes to qualifying, I start back at 0 every time.
Right. Where's the next Olympics?
The next Olympics will be in Russia, in a place called Sochi. It's off the Black Sea, I think a little bit away from Georgia.
Okay, and you're setting your sights on that?
That's the plan. You know, it's kind of wild because for halfpipe from the States, you know, no one's been to 3 Olympics apart from me, and so to think about 4 is even more impossible than that. But for me right now, I'm healthier than ever. I'm having more fun than ever, and I'm learning new things. And if those elements remain apart, you know, that's definitely what I hope to do is make it to a 4th Olympic Games.
So Kelly Clark Foundation, tell us what's going on with that.
Yeah, this last year I started the Kelly Clark Foundation, and it's been something that has been in my heart for a while, and it's been in the works for a while, but we got our nonprofit status, which is a feat in itself. And we're a scholarship program that helps out kids with dreams and needs to go to mountain schools. You know, basically, snowboarding isn't a cheap sport. It's an expensive sport, and without, you know, financial resources, you know, a lot of kids would never have the opportunity to pursue their dreams, especially a lot of the local kids in mountain towns. And financially, you know, although they have the dreams or even the talent, they might never have the opportunity to pursue that. And so that's what our target is, and we give financial need to those kids. And we had KellyClark Foundation, the first annual golf tournament last summer here at Mount Snow, and it was a great success, and we're looking forward to having that again. And as a result, we were able to give out 7 scholarships this year to kids who applied. And you know, I actually had a girl come up to me in Copper at my first event this year, and she's like, "Hey, I wanted to personally thank you because I was a recipient of one of the scholarships you gave out, and look, I'm able to pursue my dreams." And it was actually a girl I was competing against, you know?
Yep.
So it's really cool for me having, you know, had so much support along the years, and having gone to a mountain school, and I received so much support through scholarships and different people along the way, being able to help out and give back. So I'm just trying to generate as much awareness about my cause and get as many people behind me to really enable kids, you know, because I'm a testament that, you know, dreams can come true given the opportunity.
KellyClark is not intimidated by how big and icy this half pipe is. Starting things off, first hit, another big frontside 900. KellyClark is just looking so composed in the air. Backside 540. Huge frontside 720. A little bit loose there in the air, didn't get her grab. Big fakie to forward 720. KellyClark.
Wow, that is phenomenal.
That is another big scoring run, and I think it's going to be extremely difficult for Carl Castellet.